Since it does not appear there are any members of the public here, we will press on to presentations and reports. Mr. Eggett. Up. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you, Shaylee. Presentations and reports, Mr. Eggett.
Thank you. There we go. Just wanted to note that, as was noted during the work session, the Best Buy building is being demoed in the coming weeks, and the buildings attached to that the weeks thereafter. I would say maybe 3 to 4 weeks it all should be scraped and removed from the site. So we'll watch for that. There is a site plan being conceptually developed at this time that will be forthcoming. And I'll let you know, obviously, when that time comes, that they apply for formal review by the Planning Commission, start their process. Across the street from that location where the now announced Raising Cane's is, and the 2 restaurant pads next to that, that will come back to the Planning Commission. They're anticipating December 22nd. There's also a conditional use permit requirement where it's in the C2 zone. Excuse me, all uses in the C2 zone are conditional use permits. So you will be the approving authority of the conditional use permit and the review recommendation body for the consideration of the site plan and subdivision that come with that project. Going up around the bend, the Crown Bedroom building is currently going through a building permitting submission review for a future Harbor Freight Tools, and the Pier 1 Imports building is currently going through building review for a Five Below discount retailer. So we're excited about that. And then the I-15 construction activities continue along through this Roy Riverdale area as we've all experienced driving southward from here. So anyway, that's the long and short of the report. One other thing I did fail to mention, it's pretty crucial. We do have an annual moderate income housing reporting requirement by the state of Utah. It's a new standard, and we did complete that today, so that will be provided on our city website. As the Planning Commission, I would strongly recommend, when it is posted, that you review that and understand it, so that you can apply these ideas and concepts as we continue to move forward, especially talking about different housing concepts and developments that may come to our city in the future. So with that, I think that's pretty much everything I have, and I'll return back to you, Vice Chair, to take over. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Eggett. 1 moment. All right, consent items. Do any commissioners have any changes to the consent items for November 10th, 2020? If not, yes. A motion is in order. Oh.
I have a change. In the work session, it says that I was not there and Rob was not there, and we were all there. It was just in the work session.
Okay. Okay. With that being said, a motion is in order.
Make a motion that we approve the consent items with the noted changes.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Okay. Did you get that, Shaylee? Okay. Action items. Public hearing to receive and consider comments regarding a rezone request for properties located approximately 1526, 1528, 1560, and 1580 West Ritter Drive, Riverdale, Utah, 84405. A zoning change from agricultural A1 and low impact transition overlay zoning to multiple family residential R4 zoning requested by Riverdale Living LLC. A motion is in order to open the public hearing.
Hang on, do you want me to do a quick introduction of the item before you go into public hearing?
Sure. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Eggett.
Okay, no problem. Let me go ahead and do that, and then we can do that so everybody's aware of what's going on. The petitioner is Riverdale Living LLC, as you noted. They're represented tonight by Josh Dillon and Matt Yates. You noted the ranges from 1526 to 1580 West Ritter Drive along the north kind of east side of Ritter Drive. The current zoning is A1 and low impact transition overlay zoning. Request is for the multiple family R4 zoning for a future potential development opportunity of a multiple family residential development project. The neighboring zoning around this property is R5 to the north. Properties to the east are currently zoned A1 and CP3. Properties to the south are A1 zoning, and properties to the west are zoned with C3 zoning. The request is for approximately 5.67 acres of land located along Ritter Drive, and just one property away from Freeway Park Drive to the west, and one property away from 1500 west to the east. So those properties could be affected by the proposed rezone request directly. As required by state code, we're required to have public hearing notices go out, and this does afford, as part of the public hearing, public commentary at that time. All notices and all requirements of state code have been fulfilled and been provided, and you'll see a checklist of the packet showing that for this proposed amendment request. At the conclusion of the public hearing and the discussion in the matter, the Planning Commission can take a couple of options in decision making to approve with conditions, table the matter, or basically make, and when I say approve, make a recommendation to approve, a recommendation to not approve with conditions, table the matter, or make a recommendation to not approve, again with the appropriate findings of facts for whatever decision is made this evening. The property ownership in the county records is Riverdale Living LLC and L. Leon Polson Trust, 1/2 et al. Some of the properties are currently being used as a rental use residential on the Polson Trust property, as well as the Riverdale Living property, and the remainder of the property for Riverdale Living is currently has a current existing unoccupied home on it and otherwise not being utilized. It's just open ground. Let's see. The general plan guidance for this area is currently set as residential low density, and as I noted, the proposed rezone request and project concept requested use is not in compliance with this land use designation, and therefore is not supported in this area by the land use master plan element of the Riverdale general plan, and that's obviously in its current format. You'll see following that, again, a map outlining the area with the one caveat that this map and my zoning, this is more of a internal GIS zoning map error than it is this document. So again, there is a small triangular sliver going to the north on that northeast quadrant there that is part of this rezone request. So that's an error on my end, and I apologize for that. You'll see the application thereafter in your packet from the Riverdale Living Group. Following that, a letter, 2-page letter explaining the history and the circumstances leading up to the conclusion that they've come to in its decision making, an illustration of the properties that are being requested for rezone consideration tonight, and then the payment amount showing. Thereafter, you'll see the checklist showing that all the public hearing notices have been met to meet state code, and we are set for tonight's meeting to discuss this matter. With that introduction and presentation, I'll defer back to the Planning Commission for the public hearing element. Thank you.
Mr. Reggett, thank you very much. A motion is in order to open the public hearing.
Move we open public hearing.
Do we have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Will you say name and address for the record per our vice chairs?
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.